All right, we'll open the meeting. It's now 10 past 7. Yeah, this meeting is being recorded. No visual at the moment, but the voice is being recorded, so at least you can hear what's going on, but the visual will not be available until later on. Technical difficulties. And it can be viewed at or can be listened to at Area 58. We have the first hearing tonight. It's going to be the Halifax Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing on Monday, November 4th, 2024, at 7 p.m. for the Board of Selectmen's meeting room in Halifax Town Hall, 499 Plymouth Street, Halifax, Mass., on the application submitted by Kurt Marble to construct a 1,054 square foot garage said to be located at 275 Wood Street, Halifax, Mass. 02338. As shown on the Assessors Map 118, Lot 4A, property is zoned agricultural residential. The Board of Appeals will consider variances or special permits from the following sections of the zoning bylaw and any additional zoning relief the board deems necessary. Article 167-12E4, no garage or barn shall have a ground floor area of greater than 884 square feet. And item 2, 16711, front setback must be 50 feet from the street. Petition ZBA number 24-2. Kurt, you want to tell us what's going on?
Yeah, so I've been here before, and the last time I was here, or one of the times I was here, you guys made me set back an extra 6 inches. So I went out and redrew everything so that the way this number would change. You guys have it up to date. So you guys gave me the variance last time. I know that this doesn't matter because it's out of date, but you guys did approve it last time for me. And that was for the setback. And it was for the garage space that we did. And I hope I can get back to that same spot.
All right, and what was the reason you haven't built it?
I had, once I had to redraw that, I had to go through an engineering thing again where I had to get conservation all signed off, and I got all that done and all that other stuff, so. And then I had a couple kids, so that set a couple things back too. So.
Okay, financially and everything else, I'm sure
Yeah,
that
exactly.
that doesn't help.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it was 3 years ago when we were in Mass.
Was this online? On a Zoom?
No. It was right
I think it was
after
in
all
person,
that.
but
I was literally like the first person back.
Yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't approve it now if we already approved it once.
You came in for the addition?
So I
And
came in, the Board of Appeals was for the setback of the house, because originally
Yeah.
the house was built too close. And then you guys gave me for that, and then the rest of the appeal was for the garage. I just made it a little bit bigger to make it comfortable pulling in and everything else like that, so that's why I had to get the next appeal.
Okay.
It was bigger than 880 square feet last time too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 38.7 feet. What is it now?
That plan right there was all I could scramble together, but I know for a fact that I have all of the correct paperwork into the town. It was only different by like 6 inches, literally. I think it was like 38.7, and the new number was.
So it's set back a little bit further than what's on here.
I had
About the 6
yeah,
inches?
Just the 6 inches, literally, that's it.
So about what the house is?
Yeah. It was literally just the corner.
What did we approve? I can't remember.
38.7 feet last time.
For the same stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So before, I think I had it at 37.6 or whatever it was, and then now it's 30. Yeah, it was like 30. I know it was 37.9 or something like that, and then we had to change it like a couple inches. I'm not sure if it was like 6 or 7 inches.
This was 38.7 that we approved last time.
Yeah, that's it. Then,
That's what's
yeah.
on here.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it just lapsed. He didn't build it within the 2-year timeframe.
So that's-
So now he's back here to get the
Yeah, I'm wondering
approval
why-
again.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason for it, yeah. He had a lapse of time and he can get his permit in. Anybody have any questions for it? No?
Fine with it?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, sometimes things
I
take
tried to make
time.
it as easy as possible.
Yeah.
Sure.
Succeeded, yeah.
Anyone want to make a motion?
Personal use, right?
Yeah, just personal use.
I make a motion to approve.
So you have the money this time?
I have the money. Definitely don't know this time, yeah.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Yes.
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 Yes, 5-0, approved.
Great. The only thing that might change is the pantry. The wife wants it. I'm not.
That's
Hey.
none of our business.
That's not our business.
Yep. Just some advice, do it.
And don't tell us about it, yeah.
No.
Is this salsa pot yours too? We don't want to
Yeah.
drop it in anything.
So now there's a 20-day waiting period, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've got 20 days from usually tomorrow. Danielle will process it, get it to the clerk, they'll stamp it, that'll start your 20-day clock running.
Okay.
In that 20 days, you can then pick it up from the clerk, take it to the registry of deeds,
Yep.
get it registered there,
Do I need to come back to you with a receipt?
bring the receipt back to me or upload it to the application.
Okay.
You can do it that way, upload it to the application, upload it to the building permit,
Yep.
and then I can move forward and issue the building permit as long as everything is building code.
Perfect. Thank you.
Just in
Good
time,
stuff.
just in time for the holidays.
Yeah,
Have it
right.
torn apart for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right.
Well, today's my birthday, so.
happy
birthday.
Thanks a lot, you guys. Perfect. Have a good night.
Take it easy. Hope he's doing something more fun than this.
I know, huh? Meeting minutes, the meeting minutes of August 12th. Does everybody have a chance to look at those? Bless you.
We just have to do bills and stuff.
When they're done, just leave everything on. You saw the recording, take your SD card, and just leave everything on.
Okay.
And leave this here.
All right.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thanks for the call. Meeting's over, just text me.
I'll text you.
10 to 15 minutes.
I just have to lock the manual. Have a nice night, guys.
See you soon. Thank you.
Someone leave the lunchbox? Is that yours?
Yeah, it's mine.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of August 12th, 2024.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Yes.
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 Approved, 5-0.
Ready?
Yep.
So I'll put that out for this?
Yep.
Okay.
Next on the agenda, we have some bills. You see signatures on?
Sorry, I'm trying to do two things.
Pens are. You want a motion?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve 3 bills, one for the Express newspaper for $90, one for the Express newspaper for $90, and one for WB Mason for $25.64.
Have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Yes.
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 Yes. Approved.
I think this gives us the map and lot number, but it doesn't give us the fucking page number. So I think Danielle's just gonna have to fill that out.
Decision form?
Yeah,
That's fine.
okay. So I'll just pass this around, I guess, and sign it. I'm sure it ends too. Sorry, I didn't know. We haven't done it in a while, we're out of practice.
All right, it looks like it'll start ramping up after Christmas, so.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been awfully quiet.
You just leave that in the book for Danielle. Okay. Sweet. Is that it?
And next on the list, we have ballot forms to review, because we have one open position.
Do you know if everybody's still available?
As far as I know, no one has called that. One of the applicants was originally coming in for the ADU on Riders Way before the law got flipped. So I don't know if you guys ever actually met her because once they switched that, we told her not to bother to
Yeah.
come in for it. And we can certainly invite all applicants in for the next meeting.
Yeah.
They can sit, observe,
Yeah.
and see. But
Yeah, I'm just glad to see that we got applicants that
I know.
want to come on board. So, yeah, I think it'd be great to invite them in. They can see what goes on,
Yep.
and then we can talk to them. And
Yeah. Love it.
next item on the list is training policy memo. Board of Selectmen.
It's in the back of the discussion.
The back of it, yeah.
Back of the town platforms. It was in there.
The following trainings must be taken by all members. Open meeting law, training through the Massachusetts Attorney General's office. Conflict of interest, law training. And part 1.3, additional to the requirements identified in section 1.1. All members of the Zoning Board of Appeals shall complete the below. Introduction to the Zoning Act, writing reasonable and defensible decisions, roles and responsibilities of a Zoning Board of Appeals. Must be requirements in according to this section. 1.1 shall be completed immediately after appointment to the board committee but no more than 45 days after such appointment. Requirements in accordance with sections 1.2, 1.3 shall be completed no more than 1 year after appointment. Existing members of the board and committees shall have the same length of time as new appointees to complete these requirements from July 1st, 2024. Town shall reimburse members for the cost of the requirements strictly identified in sections 1.2 and 1.3 of this policy. The Board of Selectmen reserves the right to add, remove, or amend any of these requirements at any time. Individuals who have completed some or all of these requirements may receive preference when applying to on a board or committee. Policy updates and questions. This policy is not exhaustive, and inevitably new and amended rules and regulations may lead to necessary changes. Therefore, this policy will be amended as necessary and is meant to be read in conjunction with other policies of the town of Halifax. Questions regarding this policy should be directed to the town administrator's office.
So it looks like all of us have some work to do.
I mean, the conflict of interest, I think, don't we do that every 2 years, or, I know we've done it in the past, I know I've completed it. And
They just
the,
redid it so they track, like.
the open meeting law training, they just told me that, they didn't send me any kind of certificate, they just said that this, they sent me an email saying this is equivalent to saying, yeah, you took it, so do I just show that to Danielle, or?
I would say, yeah, email that over to Danielle so she can put it on record.
Okay.
Or, they haven't really given us any, how they want to go about
Yeah.
doing
Okay.
this, just that this is what they want to do.
Okay,
I did look up, the other three, the more, I guess, not really optional here, but optional in general ones, I actually took those trainings last June, July, they had them through CPTC, which is the Citizen Planning Training Collaborative. They actually weren't bad, they were pretty
The
informative.
bottom ones,
Yeah.
is that what you're talking?
What's that?
Like the bottom
Yeah,
zoning ones?
the
Yeah.
principal decision.
Yeah.
I took those, it was a decent amount of information. I don't know if she included it in there. I did find they were starting their next workshop series, so I think they were gonna have them through December and January. They were gonna offer them again. And I'm sure they'll probably offer the same three back in
yeah.
next spring.
I'm pretty sure I took these here when I first
Way back.
came on the
yeah.
board, way back when.
It seems like those are the three that just kind of stay on their board.
Yeah.
They mix in some other ones here and there. I know Cody had talked at one point about possibly having them come here and do the training as one fell swoop. I don't know if that's gonna be any easier trying to get everyone in a room together versus here, sign on, log on from
Yeah.
work, et cetera. I think they were like 5:30. I think I was logged on to one sitting there watching my son's hockey game while I was watching it here.
Sure. Yep.
Now, how do you find out what your prior training was? Because like Jerry said, I took some courses when I first joined the board.
Courses as far as like the open meeting law and the other one, or?
No, these
So I
three
went to-
right
It
here.
was, I think the CPTC.
They have in person, yeah, you went.
Yeah, it was a day,
Yeah.
yeah,
Way
we
back.
went to some college, they had it at,
Yeah.
spent the day there.
I'm surprised they're not set.
Did they give you an email? Or?
Yeah, right, I know. It was a while
The
ago.
town reimbursed me for whatever it
Yeah,
cost.
that's right,
Receipt from the town?
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, again, for folks that have been here, maybe taken the training, give Cody a call and, hey, I remember taking this and this, can I just take this one to get?
I wonder if they have records.
I think no matter what training, they don't stay static. They change them over time. So if you take them 5 years, 2 years ago, they might change.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I
we
mean,
knew that
the
we
law-
take them
The
out
law
again.
continually changes.
Well, it's changed a lot.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't
Oh, yeah.
matter if you take it 5 years ago, so you will
Yeah.
have to take it again, so.
From what I understand, the state's actually moving to make this across the board, that anyone coming down to a planning board, a zoning board, I think the Supreme Court's been seeing so many cases that they're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
We're
the
gonna
training.
start having to do this a little differently.
It's complicated.
And I believe some of them are self-paced. I don't think it's a live workshop. So, some of them,
These three that were listed are.
They're on the back.
It's just I think an hour or an hour and a half webinar. The guy just
yeah.
So it's a
talks,
live-
little back and forth with some questions and.
Okay.
Okay.
Like I said, that was my experience when I took them. I'm sure they could change them up every now and then and do different ways. But
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think they have a spring seminar out at like Holyoke College or something like that.
Yeah, I forget where we went, but yeah.
Yeah.
The only other discussion, I just want to bring up the date on the zoning bylaw review committee. We had originally had it scheduled on for the December annual meeting to have that approved. And we met with the selectmen and we decided to push that off until the spring meeting. Because the MBTA zoning review was going to be at the same meeting. And there's so much controversy on the MBTA that it could be the fact that they just, if people are so ticked off, they just throw everything out. So we don't want to get to that. And there's a lot of work that was done, and I'm sure it's going to be a good meeting for the MBTA review. We picked the worst piece of land you could possibly build on in Halifax, but at least that's what we found. And it's up to the town to decide whether they want to approve it or vote it down. It doesn't matter. Whichever way you want to go, that's the way it'll go. But we did spend the time, and we think that it was a good decision, but we'll find out.
It's the best that could be made of what we had.
Yeah, I mean, we looked at a lot
of. Put that.
we looked at a lot of places in Halifax, and we did not want to, first of all, we didn't want to do anything. But when you're directed to find some spot, and that's what we did. We'll see what happens. But I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of questions, and we thought it would be prudent to push off the town bylaws till the spring meeting. A lot of things have changed. There's a lot of vocabulary that's been changed in the zoning bylaws. We've taken out things that we thought were not effective anymore, like the $50,000. There was one, $50,000 is nothing anymore, but they shouldn't put a price on what people want to spend to do their homes.
So do they
So
home?
we've taken that out.
I want to spend $1 million, so.
Yeah,
That's
so I
neat.
mean, there's a lot of things that we changed, plus you have the new, the in-law apartments is really out, because now the state has mandated that you're gonna have apartments everywhere.
We can still adjust our bylaw to help rein that in a little bit.
Correct.
We just.
And I think we've
even
kind
what
of,
we've proposed, we can't keep.
yeah. I mean, there's a couple of things that we found, like definitions. There was one for in-home business. There's two different, and I think we've only had this once, but there's two different things that you can have a home business in. And one says you don't have to get a permit, and the other one says you do if you want to have a sign.
Oh,
So it was kind of,
We've run into that. and it's
you
been- it's
have.
very weird.
It was
yeah.
kind of ridiculous, so that we've kind of changed that. We got that squared away. We try to take some of the sign language and
Yeah,
kind
that's a
of,
lot.
there's a lot in there, but when you read it,
Yeah.
it's
That's
logical
redundant.
about what they're
Yeah.
saying. So we've tried to take out some of the stuff that isn't, but yeah, there's like 20 pages on
Yeah.
signs.
I'm
We
sorry.
brought the signs over to the zoning board.
Yeah, the zoning board now
Planning
has
boards.
authority
Proposed.
over the signs now. It used to be
Okay.
the planning board, now it's us.
Great.
And there's a few things for jurisdiction that were changed
Mhm.
in there. And then Ed is getting more responsibility because he is the zoning, whether he likes it or not. He's actually gonna,
Just send them up here.
Yeah.
in some cases, he cannot send them up here. He can say, yeah, that's okay, and let it go. But I mean, there's a lot of things in there that a lot of people, if we try to do it at the same time, they would probably get really confused and just say, the hell with this, and it really needed to be updated.
Yeah.
So that's why it's been postponed till the spring. And that pretty much brings us up to date as to what's going on.
Mhm.
All right. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes.